Health is vital to freedom. Without it is a life of compromise. The life I've lived since I was 13. Expression without movement. So it's 11:27, a Tuesday, 6:38 a.m. I'm busy trying to make ends meet. I'm going to go ahead and do this for yesterday. Yesterday I came home and crashed at 3 p.m. and slept until 4:20 a.m. 13 hours of rest. Man. And my dreams ended up amounting to zombies, demonic horses, me being up in like a tree fort and trying to fight them off with people who were on or not on my team. There was quite a divide, but we were fighting, and then me being able to follow someone through this sort of portal where I could see everything, going through the in-between of darkness and bushes, seeing everything on the other side, the outskirts, and moving through the divide. And then when I came out, I ended up coming into this zone that was totally armed and defended with lasers and mechanical doors, technological things that were protecting some sort of realm. And I ended up leaning into a laser, totally seeing it, trying to push a button, losing balance, of course, and the alarm went off. I saw my health meters, my stamina, my energy, or whatever. It was like a game, literally. And because I hit that laser, I took one hit, and everything was at the lowest that it could possibly be. I was drained. And I had to fight off a whole swarm of these people around me. And what I needed right then was, like, if you ever played Pokemon before, I needed a super restore, everything to be regenerated. But that's when I woke up. I was gonna die, tapped out, had no team, was split between everything, could see everything in the middle and in between, but still didn't want to make a decision. And because of that indecision, the position that I'm in, it's kind of discouraging to be able to move forward with anything. It's that place where you want to do something, but you haven't quite put yourself into the acceptance of it to make it happen. And I do think that that's why the polar bear came into my dream the day before, a whole state of adventure and so many different affairs and moving around different territories, because these are different lands that you're traversing in, different cultures, different beliefs, different things that are going to be set. And for you to be able to fit in, you have to know where you stand. And that's why the polar bear was so unique to me, learning my spirit animal, for him to be able to protect me among the waters, among the land, in so many diverse environments. It's being in acceptance of your environment and true to yourself that's really going to help. And when it finally came to the place where we laid in bed and, I got to cover his head and keep him comfortable, then that's when I woke up, right when I didn't kiss him. I wanted to kiss him, but I just pulled back away, and I'm like, gosh, this is great, So I know my state. I know where I'm at. I need to make a decision. It's very simple. I'm in this place where I'm in a divide between entrepreneurialism and getting a job and getting my health and doing what I know is best by sacrificing time for money to be able to get my health back. Very simple, right? I don't want to jeopardize myself and my relationships, but at the end of the day, if you want to survive, if you want to live, you want to get things right, you just gotta work, man. It's that simple. Entrepreneurialism is a path that I can pursue. Sure, I can continue it in the future. There's no real problem with that, except for I'm losing time and my health is declining. Now, if I can continue to fight that and dance at the same time, problems will be solved, and I'll be able to restore myself as long as I can figure out a way to break down my tissue, which is called fascia, that's really intertwined and connected and surrounds the muscles as like a protective coating. And more than the muscles, just the entirety of my skin and my body. The fascia is really swollen and it cracks. It literally crackles in my entire left side. So if I were to turn my shoulder like this, you'll hear it. Hear that? I'm just twisting my hand like that. Like my wrist. You know, all the fascia all the way up. My entire left side of my body. I'm only 20 years old. My entire body stopped from being able to move, expand, extend. So I need to break that up and figure out a way to make things work. I don't know if that's what kind of process I'm going to have to do with that. There's so many different ways. But it's just surviving at this point and making ends meet. And also being true to myself to know the path that I want to pursue of my own passionate interests and regards, that I do that. And I don't neglect myself to the point where I'm not getting fulfillment and purpose in my daily life. That's why work is so hard, because I want to be fulfilled in my work too. And that's hard to find. So, if I can make ends meet, cool. You know what I mean? I'd love to. We'll see how it goes. It's another day of job surfing, and it'll go well. I told myself I'd never work in a restaurant, the restaurant industry again. I quit my job, I went and did sales, which is good. I think sales still makes complete sense to do for the path that I'm going through. But at the same time, any exchange. I came up with this yesterday, speaking with my friend David. Well, not really speaking, but sending messages back and forth. Here's what I said. I said, I am the product. A product that exchanges with people and grows in value based on that transaction. Now, if that makes sense, we're all products. We're all products of something. I'm a product of my experiences, and I grow in value based off of how much I get exchanged in these experiences, right? So all of us grow, all of us evolve if we're willing. In my case, I feel like I literally feed off of other people's energy, and that's probably because I'm quote-unquote an empath, and I'm also a performer. So if I can be able to make people happy, smile, bring joy into their lives, and energetically exchange and feed and give back, I think I'd be the most fulfilled in whatever I do. So I just want to stay true and do the things that are closest to that, and it's probably a service-based industry, something that cultivates, the beliefs of constantly moving and exercising relationships, transmitting energy. That whatever I'm going to do, that's what it's going to be, and I hope I picked the right choice, because selling a product is really hard for me if I'm not there as the product. You know what I mean? From how much I've been through, it's got... I'd rather be understood, but I can't do it on my own. I need your help. Will you please help me?